start working on this. It's a great honor tonight to invite 5 amazing kids, grown up, adult. I loved the Hebrew that I heard during the service, so everything is working. Just keep the memory alive, and it will be fantastic. 5 that went on a journey. Maybe they heard about that place from movies or books, or some testimonies, but have never been there with their bodies, their minds, their hearts. So we invited them tonight to be able to share some of their experience with all of you, with all of us. And I'd like to invite Laura Belinsky, and Sydney is here, Robinson, Caroline Rothman, Rachel Sullivan, and Lindsay Thomas to come and talk about the March of the Living.
March of the Living. How do we even begin to describe the most amazing experience we have ever lived? Imagine getting on a chartered plane, each seat occupied by young adults anticipating a week in Poland observing Yom HaShoah and a week in Israel celebrating Yom HaAtzmaut. We all learn about the Holocaust in our classes and religious school, but when you step foot into a concentration camp, it becomes living, not learning. We lived through the lives of Holocaust survivors, marching with 18,000 other people, Auschwitz, we danced producing create the state of Israel. We and count Jewish that will last time. I don't know share special other. We something that never to see, and for us, in here about today. I would think they didn't want to miss the opportunity to village not forever. Never Jewish team to sleep out, go to camp, or spend more than a night away from home. But with a little bit of encouragement, I made the journey, and I'm beyond grateful I did. I feel like my responsibility and our encourage by seniors put on your playlist and make it happen. Our parents always tell us to appreciate what we have and what we live.
How was your trip? What was the and you really what was the march itself? And you more teams than you could picture in your mind, or you would all their reason and you don't need any language. Austrudi, which there was some pictures, there's some where on the strong, sweetest home you met. There were all the concentration. She was the one who would give us it's okay. I remember her saying this in Auschwitz, we want still here. And then what I was laughing, I like what many of you may or may not know is at camp that there's nothing left. There's only memorials there. And toward the end of our visit there, a choir on our trip volunteered to sing. And they sang the song from Prince of Egypt, There Will Be Miracles. And at the end of them singing, a butterfly flew in front of them. There was these yellow butterflies on this beautiful day, which you think is unfitting, but it was, everybody stopped and got goosebumps, and I want to review a poem that goes with that. It's called The Butterfly, and it was written by Pavel Friedman in the Warsaw Ghetto. The last, the very last, so richly, brightly, dazzlingly yellow. Perhaps if the sun's tears sang and stone, so very high, whatever the wish world. For 7 weeks, I've lived in and I was, but I have here. The dandelions call me, the white chestnut candles in the court. Only, I never saw another butterfly. That butterfly was the last one. Butterflies don't live in here, in the ghetto. And somebody told us about that poem after that moment in Treblinka, and that just summed up for everyone. I think that we're still here, and that in the darkest of moments and in the darkest of places, there's still beauty because that many teens were there celebrating that we're still here.
How do we get to the bathroom?
There are a lot of challenges on this trip, and obviously one of the biggest challenges was going through all the things about him, other attack group, the joy, made a huge a huge impact on every single team that went on this trip. The first day in Poland, we went to Auschwitz. And right away, you could feel a heaviness in the air. As we went through this room from people from flying,
Song was sung in the last 5 days away. And one thing that was really important that I took away from the trip was how important the trip is and why other teams should go, because unfortunately my generation is the last generation that sees in person and can hear in person a survivor speak. And it's really important for teams to go because they should experience it and keep telling the story even when they can't, for everyone.
So all 5 of us have been to Israel before. We were younger when we went, so we didn't really pay as much attention or take as much in. But after being in Poland for a week and touring concentration camps, seeing the places that the Jewish people meant to die in, and then going to Israel, it just gave us a completely different perspective. This time we focused on really just appreciating being there. So there are a few people we would like to thank for helping send us on this trip. Leonard and Shirley Goldstein, the Livingston Foundation, the Nate Worth Youth Organization, and lastly, we would like to thank Beth Doton for helping us prepare for this trip.
Wow. Earlier, I was planning to thank 2 people here in the sanctuary. One is the sanctuary who is sitting all the way back there, hiding. And Beth Dotan, who, those 2 individuals, it's amazing in the last so many years that I've been here, how much work they have put in order to be able to remember, to offer the hope, to offer the strength for us to continue looking at those pictures and not being afraid of looking. It takes strength, and the strength came from the 2 of you and from other Holocaust survivors. So the 2 of you have been definitely in my life the one that contributed the most for the knowledge in this community, for the meaningful trips that this led to. So you heard the request on the part of the kids. We need to send every kid there. So take your checkbooks out and start writing checks. Because that's what we need to do. There are no better experiences than trips like this to understand what else is the part of the Jewish soul that we need to create and strengthen with our young people. So please remember. Thank you very much for the presentation. To the parents that definitely support their kids who go to this trip, and hopefully this will be one of many places that you guys are going to be able to share with youth and adults, because adults need to hear it too. So thank you very much for this work.